Hi Sag, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your general monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of March 2021. Thank you so much for joining me, and don't you forget to like this video, leave me a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And when subscribing, don't forget to click that little notification bell. Now, when meditating on your lovely energy overall for the month, of course in regards to money and career, the message that came through was feeling super organized. Feeling super organized. Now let's begin by pulling a message or two from the Energy Oracle deck. Keep in mind, general monthly money and career read for the sign of Sagittarius. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and check your other placements in your chart for more messages. Sagittarius, to begin, money and career for March 2021. Thank you, Spirit. You don't want those? Thank you, Spirit, for our lovely Sagittarius, money and career. Ooh. Okay, they don't want this one. Just 1 second. Thank you for your patience, guys. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Let's see what we have here. We'll get this one out of the way. Financial constraints. Don't let any financial constraints from the past or maybe at the beginning of March to get the best of you, to adjust your perspective in the negative direction. Keep things hopeful, keep it positive and optimistic. These constraints are temporary. A man holding a coin, and keep in mind, gender is quite irrelevant in tarot, so either way, so male or female, it feels like with this sense of financial constraints, whether it's in your past, your present, you name it, it's going to be different for each of you. It's leaving you feeling a bit protective, kind of guard, that guard up when it comes to your finances. Maybe you have had money stolen from you in the past, or maybe, you know, you're, whatever the case may be, or just untrustworthy energies within your work environment. You don't feel trustworthy when it comes to your money. Or even when it comes to your job, but it's just mainly your money. And so it feels like you're just thoroughly thinking about your financial situation, your future as well, your goals, and how you're going to achieve them, but also how you're going to protect your money. Interesting. And then we have action in the Temple Path. It's a month, Sag, where you're being told it's time to take action towards what? Your Temple Path, your ideal path, your destined path, what you're meant to be doing. If you've been working a job that is no longer fulfilling, or just is dead end, or your passion for it has been put out, then what are you still doing there? For some of you, yeah, you're like, okay, well, my financial constraints, do you understand? I have to pay bills. I get it. Spirit gets it. But at the end of the day, my friend, when keeping a job or a situation around that's either toxic or low vibration or just no longer aligned with you, you're not only creating blockages for yourself, there's no room to have the universe and spirit bring in something better for you, something healthier. And by sticking with something that not only doesn't make you happy at the end of the day, but leaves you with what feels like financial constraints, you are sending out that vibe to the universe that that's what you accept, that that's what you deserve. And I don't think that's the case. So it's, for a lot of you Sagittarius this month, whether it's you need to leave a job or you need to kind of adjust your perspective and do something, or start a side hobby, a side financial improving gig, a side gig that will help improve your finances. Whatever the case may be for you, you need to start heading towards your ideal path. And if you feel like you already have been, great, continue. It's not a month to stall or to stop. It's a month to start or continue to take action, my friend. Okay, let's continue by pulling 6 tarot cards, a simple 6-card spread, if you will, for the month. For our beautiful Sages to continue this monthly money career reading. Okay, keep them coming. For Sagittarius. Did you just see that one fly up in the air and do a spin? Bear with me. as I get organized, going back to your overall message. All right, what else do we have for Sag? Thank you, Spirit. Yours are just flying out one by one. We got half, and they want me to keep shuffling. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, it might feel like as you're kind of trying to get things back to where you want to be or get them to where you want to be in general, it's happening piece by piece by piece. That's the way the cards are coming out. Versus I feel like in your past readings, it all just kind of flows out at once or in more chunks. Keep in mind, think of it as a puzzle, my friend. You'll get to the final picture eventually. So the Chariot, yeah, I mean, remember we were talking about action. It's not a time to stop or to procrastinate. It's time for you to hop on that chariot, my friend, and head towards what you deserve. That financial abundance, that comfort, that passion, that fulfillment for a lot of you. No longer settling for something just because society thinks it's acceptable or because other people say so or because of your fear of your future and your financial situation. Okay? So we're starting off with the Page of Wands. My friend, you begin the month feeling anxious. This is the anxiety card on my channel, and I know it has a lot of other great meanings, but up until this point, that's what what Spirit has wanted me to identify it as. But yeah, so you begin the month of March feeling a bit anxious, and I mean, naturally, it's side by side with this financial constraints card. So remember I was saying, you know, for a lot of you, it would be just at the beginning of the month, beginning of March. Here we are. Or at the very least, it's the focus at the beginning of your month. And the fact that you're focusing on it means you're stressing over it. It means you're worrying about your financial future. You're getting this anxiety and you're causing it for yourself. If you allow for yourself to kind of think more optimistically and realize that your bank account will be filled up soon enough, your abundance will be coming, your ships will come in. But for some of you, it's like, how do you expect that to happen if you're holding on to a job or a situation that is no longer working for you? It's holding you down, it's holding you back, it's keeping you from the stuff that you're trying to or desire at this point in your life. Success, financial comfort, you name it. So I do say this often in Sagittarius readings, you need to work on your mental habits. Okay? Emperor, nobody's perfect. Nobody expects you to be. Keep that in mind. I think you need to hear that. So make your way to the middle of the first half of the month and you're feeling ultra serious. It's like, whether it's because of those financial constraints, the issues, your anxiety, you're feeling a little uptight, but still planning for your future. Step by step, realizing that, you know what, I do have to kind of take action, or you're pushed or reminded by Spirit and the universe to do so. Maybe trying to put that excessive energy to a good use. Interesting. But we make our way to the third card to wrap up the first half of the month in spread, and we have the Nine of Cups. So you're feeling really good at this point. It's like the transition between the Page of Wands at the beginning, where you were feeling a bit on edge, a bit of anxiety, to more so jumping for joy, my friend. And we're actually going to pull a card. Not necessarily to clarify the Nine of Cups, but between the Emperor and the Nine of Cups, what happened? What happened between the two? Between the middle and the end of this first half. Thank you, Spirit. Interesting. I don't think I've ever done this before. So with the Page of Pentacles, they're saying you, between the middle and the end of the first half of the month, you take a fresher mindset, realizing you got to start fresh with your finances, even if it's not necessarily the case. You got to have that outlook, that beginner's mindset, to stop stressing yourself out and causing unnecessary anxiety. Realizing and digging, realizing how strong you are at the end of the day, digging for that inner strength within. All right. And again, with the King of Cups, taking a peaceful standpoint and realizing that these financial struggles, feeling like there's not enough, right? Or you're just living paycheck to paycheck, you gotta let that go. You're holding on to that way of being, that view of things, and therefore a lot of you are manifesting without realizing it, you know, expecting the worst. So it's, again, all about your mindset. Okay? Realizing at the bottom of the deck that with the Six of Wands, things will come to a completion for you, you know, when it comes to those negativities, those struggles. But you need to understand that you're going to get in the way of this recognition, this appreciation, this success, this abundance, if you don't work on what's upstairs in your head. Okay, moving on to the second half of the spread and month, we have the 10 of Wands. So you make your way to start the second half of the month, and you're not enjoying what you're working on. You're not enjoying the process, the journey, the adventure. There's a lack of color in your life. Feeling weighed down by all the burdens, by some of which is your just thoughts, your mental way of viewing things, your anxiety. Of course, it's going to weigh you down. And it's understandable, my friend. Everybody gets anxiety, even if they don't say they do. People who say they don't, liars. Not true. They just hide it better, or they cope with it better. So the 10 of Wands is side by side with this action card, and they're saying, if you want to add more color to life, if you want to improve your situation, if you want things to get better, if you want things to feel lighter and less weighed down, you need to take action. You need to do something about it. Sitting back and kind of hoping or sulking over your situation, not to be rude about it, is not going to help. And it's the spirit kind of getting feisty for you, because you need to take action to bring more excitement back to your situation. And if that means leaving a job, then you need to do what you need to do. But once again, it has a lot to do with your mindset. Okay? Your situation currently could be 10 times more enjoyable if you just view it in a different way. Ace of Wands. And so it feels like this month you're not only getting your finances organized, your career situation organized, but you're getting your mental state organized, your thoughts organized, to aim for things to work out a bit differently. So the Ace of Wands, my friend. You make your way to the middle of the second half of the month, and you're very much in your head. Shocker. But you're being reminded at this point you have a fresh start. You know, you have a chance to improve things, to start from the beginning. But how do you expect that to work out if you don't view it that way? Okay, if you don't get back to this Page of Pentacles way of viewing things, where you have a fresh start, things can improve once again. You also may feel like your intuition's growing at this point. Your third eye is opening to the point where Spirit and the universe may give you a download, a clarification as to why things have been such a struggle up until this point, or why you've had such obstacles in your way. Okay, it's going to be different for all of you. And as well, you're going to be in line with the Emperor card. You're going to get some clarification on your future, on what you've been planning for, on how everything that has happened up until this point is purposeful, even if it was just simply to teach you a lesson. All right? Moving right along, to finish off the spread in the month, we have the Four of Swords. And so you finish off the month feeling exhausted, my friend. I mean, to start off with the anxiety card, and to mentally just be going and going and going, and, you know, even stressing as you try to organize things. Did you hear that deep breath? You're going to need to take a nap, rest. If you can plan for this last chunk of the month to not work, to not literally do a single thing if possible, but at the very least, don't stress yourself out over work. And when you're in this moment of resting, downtime, don't let your mind be racing and racing and racing once again, because you're going to get yourself right back to start the month of April in the same anxious way. So let's learn from our mistakes, learn from what we've done, what we haven't done, and just grow. Make better choices, my friend. And so the Nine of Cups is aligned with the Four of Swords, and they're saying you have to understand that when you are resting, it's all so you can get back to jumping for joy, you can get back to enjoying yourself, get back to having more color in your life. You know, you forget that when you rest, when you take time for you, self-care, you, in a sense, are dropping those wands, or some of which, even if it's just temporary. It's like, Sag, you sometimes forget that you, between the stresses in your mind about your future and your situation and everybody else's situation, you wanting to take care of everybody else as well. You got to take care of you. Think about your mental state this month, please. You won't regret it. All right, let's continue. We're going to pull a Soul's Journey card or two for our lovely Sages. Thank you, Spirit. It was weird. I just want those two. Relationships. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. There's a feeling that you need to focus or think about who you surround yourself with this month, my friend. Those soul connections or just acquaintances. Are they low vibration or are they high vibration? Do they make you feel extra anxious or do they not? You have to listen to your body and be aware as to how places, people and situations are going to affect you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Because you have a lot to look forward to, a lot to plan for, a lot to get organized. And so therefore have patience, my friend. And this one says, accept that everything happens in divine order. It does. Everything will fall into place as it should. Remember, once again, your anxiety, all of the stress, the financial constraints, you name it, it's all to lead you to something bigger and better, to teach you something. All right? Accept that divine order does exist. And then let's finish this off by pulling a Making Magic card or two. What do we have for Sag to wrap this up? This beautiful reading. Wow. What else do we have? Wishes come true. Rapid achievement of your dreams and wishes, my friend. You need to remember this. You need to acknowledge that this is how things are going to unravel, but only if you continue once again to work on some habits of yours. And on a last and beautiful note, prosperity, a prosperous business with riches and success. Whatever you've been working on within your career will be successful. Stay strong, all right? There's prosperity, there's abundance ahead for you. So keep getting organized, keep working on yourself and your situation, and things will improve. All right, Sag, so I hope this video was truly helpful. Don't forget to like this video, leave me a comment, and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope you have the most amazing month, and I'll see you next time. Bye.